Why, hello to you both. Alright, isn't this fancy meeting you here? One of you has a 12 megapixel sensor. The other also has the same exact sensor. How come nobody mentioned that? A lot of people mentioned it. We got a little battle here today. Insta360 versus DJI Action 4 AcePro. What's gonna happen? They sent it to me. Oh boy.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So is it immediately apparent to you which is which? It should be, because one of them has a nice close focusing filter. The other is a loser, focused on like 15 yards that way. Beyond the yonder is what they say. Why, hello to you, DJI, over there. AcePro. Insta360. That's too many syllables, by the way. Insta360. 5. Leica. Nikon. Canon. Learn better. Insta. So hello to you, Insta360 AcePro. So I make a video complaining as usual, and I got some things wrong. A couple minor mistakes. And a rep from Insta360 reached out to me. He's like, do you want to discuss this? Come on, man, you're killing us. And so they end up giving me the presentation, sending me the camera. I don't know if I get to keep it. I'm going to assume that I can keep it, even though he didn't say I could. Let's just assume that. So I've been bought off. But is it better than the Action 4? Now, first things first, 4K 120. If you were to run across the street, what would that look like? This is my first time using it, by the way. I dialed in some settings that I think should look nice. We got flat, sharpness all the way down. We're doing stabilization on low, the least amount of crop. We should have some stuff. Auto white balance. Is it doing weird stuff? I'm seeing some jerks in the screen, but I have a feeling it won't work like that in real life. What if we were to do an angry dad walking test? Listen, you little whippersnapper, it's 8 a.m. You haven't even finished your dessert yet. There's so much math on the table, I don't know if I'm more mad at that or the fact that you haven't walked the dog yet. Who won the angry dad test? Now let me just apologize in advance for the audio. There's rustling sounds with this jacket. I'm sorry. If we have to Da Vinci isolate ourselves, we will do that. But right now, we are in the DJI Action audio with a lav mic. Let's switch it on over, because they gave me the mic jack. Let's switch it. I'm nervous. Okay, now, not only are we in the Insta360 mic jack, which I like, by the way. They designed it, Sonova. Same with the old DJI Action 1. Sonova designed that thing, and it fits right in there. It's locked on solid. It's better than a dongling thing you have to do with the DJI. That's a loud truck, isn't it? Quiet neighborhood. That shouldn't be allowed. But it is for some reason. We're also in 8K now. Why? I don't know. But it can do 8K. Is it even sharper? It could be. What's that button? A flag. I'm going to press it. Marked. That doesn't help me. I thought you could zoom in. Double tap to zoom. Cannot zoom now. Oh, that rages my blood. Okay, we're back to 4K. Can I zoom now? This little arrow thing? That I missed. What happened? Screen went dark. Okay. You probably wouldn't want to do that in this situation, but there we have doing that. I'm just curious, if I'm pointed at something, which is sharper? On the Insta360, but then zooming in on post, and because I have a close focusing filter, maybe something closer is sharper. I mean, obviously, if I did that out here at that squirrel, hey, there's a squirrel. Can you see it on the DJI? Probably not. So first impressions so far, I'm happy. The mic has a nice little level on top, just like the DJI does. So like I can see my levels. I don't know how to set the gain. Haven't seen that in the menu anywhere. But I can see that hopefully it's doing an auto type of job. And we're in minus 5 EV, 0.5 EV comp. Because I see a lot of footage, it's over sharpened, and now we're not doing that. So who's exposing better? We got face exposure on. DJI never would do that for me. Looks red. Is that Acne or HDR? Who's that? Am I in someone's lawn? Oh, should have went with grass. It's cement. Nothing will grow on cement. Now, I know I'm known for being too harsh, but is it just me, or is that like the worst image quality you've ever seen on any camera ever made? Slight over-exaggeration. Close focusing filter. Oh, God. I can't believe how out of focus I am, how the colors don't look as nice. DJI destroys this thing. It's not even close. It's the same sensor. What did you do? Look at my face. What's wrong with me? Send a doctor. That flippy screen is really nice. It's very bright. The DJI, it looks so dark. It could just be that, because it's often this exposure that I'm dealing with, so I have to point up. Whereas I feel like I won't have to do that on Insta. I'll just rule of thirds my ass to the bank. Huh? So who has the better... You know what? Insta, thank you for not advancing the industry to 480 frames per second. Thanks for giving us what we already had in HD 240. Are you at least better than DJI? It looks so nice in the screen. You're just like, wow, this is awesome, man. It's so cheap looking. I don't know, what did I do wrong to deserve that image that came back to me? I made another video for my other channel. Oh, that's gonna suck. Okay, now since we're in flat on Insta360 and log on DJI, let's stop that and go standard on both and see who does that better. Okay. Standard on both. How standard is that? So do we have now less dynamic range on the Insta? Is it noticeable? Or was flat impossible to grade and looked terrible, and now this at least looks somewhat normal? With sharpness down, minus a little EV comp. Who's wider? One of them. I noticed there's a bit of a delay when I press record on the Insta360. I'll press it and then it waits a little bit, screen goes black, and then we're ready to go. I do like that it vibrates though. That's the only camera I've ever had vibrate in my hand. That's so nice. Like, I like at least a beep, but the vibrate might be even better. Might take some battery life home with you. We're in the widest they get now. Ultra. Freaking ultra. Is it too wide? It looks distorted as hell. Wow. Is it good though out here? Corner sharpness is the most intelligent way to know if humans are good or not. I hope they let me keep it so I can sell it to pay for the therapy of having to witness that thing. I need someone to talk to me. I need to lay on a couch and have somebody just talk me down from what I just saw. What is this? Okay, I want to see something on the AcePro here. We got stabilization on low. I'm going to do the various levels. So right now we're on low. Let's switch to medium and then high. And now we're on standard. Did that make a difference? Did it crop in? I'll do a little actual crop test, but is it more stable if I'm a little dangerous? More or better? Okay, let's go to high. And now we're on high. It still looks very wide. I just feel like if you're on low, it might be more natural looking, because usually action cams, they're very weird that you're shaking in the frame. When it's shaking, everything's stable back there, but I'm the one that's weird. So maybe, I figure low will be best. It could be. It might be. Who works better in here? Am I allowed to do this? I feel like I'm allowed. Indoors. I just delivered a package. Huh? Instead of receiving. I can do the same thing. I can do your job, FedEx. I've done it. Who transitioned better? You know, I realize I've been in 5,500 Kelvins the whole time on DJI and auto white balance on the Insta. That's a bitch. There, the close focusing filter is balancing on it somehow. My God. It's so over sharpened at low sharpening. There's no way to change it. The colors. What? There's no Leica anything in here. Okay, just to be fair, we both have close focusing filters on now. Insta should look better now. It should look decent. Doesn't it, though? Come on. Something's just not natural about the image. Very red in the face. I can't be that red. There's no way. I have acne, but it's not like exploding blood acne. It's not even a thing. Leave me alone. So let me know who you think you preferred. It doesn't matter about the specs. What was the more enjoyable experience for you? If we're talking about using it, I like that I can use filters on this, although will Insta360 develop something? He said he might work on a close focusing filter since they refused to put an actual in focus right here system. And it's a bit strange to me that they already had a 1-inch camera and now we've downgraded. What the hell was that? No U-turns, asshole. Even though there's no sign and I am about to cross a red light. Just because I don't obey the rules doesn't mean you shouldn't. So it's kind of weird. I feel like there's an even more pro model on the way. Even though this says AcePro, doesn't really get better than that. You shot too high on the name AcePro. That's the top, like ace of spades. What are you gonna do to beat that? So you can't, unfortunately. But I feel like they're coming with a 1-inch. I have no inside information. I just think that's gonna happen. This is not the pro version. They're gonna come with a vloggy one in focus. By the way, if you're curious what the best settings are for the AcePro, it's vivid profile with sharpness all the way up. We found it. It gives the most natural sharpness in the trees behind you. It looks so nice. And then the skin tones, that speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good look. It would look much worse if it was actually in focus here. So thanks for that, I guess. A little blur filter, but that sharpness, I tell you, it's on high right out of box. That should be on low. You're making a lot of people, I saw a guy the other day, he was like, I just couldn't figure out how to turn this sharpness down. It's in the settings. Just a couple swipes. I swiped right on you. Yeah. That's not a sidewalk. Oh, there she goes. Him too? I'll leave. The real question is there 3D pop because it's a Leica lens? There should be, but I doubt there is. He was saying Leica gave some advice on what materials to buy in a Chinese dollar store. They didn't do much for the lens. I don't know, it's on there though. Leica, I'm easily sold if it's Leica based. So, not bad. So far, I'll see what the footage looks like and we'll keep testing it. But there's first impression versus DJI. It's a bit bigger. I like the screen more. So far, everything's as good or better from what we're seeing. So, I'm going to leave. How you doing? Subscribing for more videos? I'm together. Affiliate links. They're down there.